So we're now going to talk about what it's like to go viral, this crucial part of our podcast. Everyone, certainly anyone who's in the UK, will know that the London Marathon every year gets so much support and really encourages so much kind of community spirit. The streets of London are lined with thousands and thousands of supporters cheering on runners or just cheering on a particular cause. And this year, last week, was really no different. It was amazing scenes in the capital. But one runner did encounter some pretty nasty comments, or a nasty comment, when she posted pictures of her race. But then, I'm pleased to say, was really overwhelmed by the wave of the response, which was hugely positive. And Lindsay, as you can see, Lindsay Walter is joining us now from Charlotte, North Carolina, in the United States. Lindsay, it's so good to have you on. Thank you very, very much. I want to first of all congratulate you. I assume you finished the marathon. So I want to say, as someone who is not a marathon runner, and I think I speak before knowing, but Tim, I'm assuming you're in the same camp as me.
Absolutely.
I want to say, yeah, well done for doing it. We'll get into kind of like your marathon kind of like accolades from the past in a little while. But first of all, this is all about what it's like to go viral. So tell us what happened.
So I finished the London Marathon and it was incredible. My most favorite marathon. I was on such a runner's high and I got the email that you can check out your race photos, and I never buy race photos, but I saw one towards the finish, Big Ben in the background, and I loved it. Like, I was like, I look so good, and I never look good in race photos either. Just, it's always like an unflattering angle. And so I was just like feeling so good. I was so pleased with my effort. So I posted the photo. And right after that, there was someone who commented, I have alopecia. So I lost my hair when I was 2 years old. So I'm completely bald. And someone commented on that photo that I posted and said that I look like a sick, ugly man. And for me, it was like the most gut-wrenching feeling. I just was bullied a ton as a kid for my alopecia, and when someone calls me a male, it is such a trigger for me because it's the one thing that I hate. It just affects me so much, and in that moment I just felt so defeated. I deleted the photo right away and the post just because it made me feel so self-conscious, and I'm like, oh my gosh, everyone would think that of me. So I deleted it right away, and then actually went on a run and just kind of took some time. And then a couple hours later, just kind of thinking of all I've overcame with alopecia and running and everything. And I just had this new energy, and I was like, no, I'm posting that photo. I'm proud of myself. And so I reposted it, and it just went crazy. Just 99.9% of people had the kindest things to say, the retweets and everything. My phone just blew up. I actually had to put it on do not disturb, turn off all my notifications just because it was so crazy. But just the kindness from people, and it just it felt like that one negative comment, and there were a few other negative ones, and I saw them, and I usually I would feel kind of sensitive, but I was like, oh, it was totally fine. It didn't bother me just because of how kind people were. And now I'm on such a runner's high and just so happy again. And yeah, I just feel so encouraged.
Well, it must have been a pretty weird transition, though, to go from feeling, as you say, really self-conscious and wanting to delete something, to then having the confidence and the kind of the empowerment to go, no, I'm going to put this out there. But then for it to, as you say, blow up, that it's one thing kind of hiding away. But the next thing, you go viral with it. So you're really, really exposed then. Did you feel proud? Was there a moment of nervousness that, my goodness, I'm now really, really putting myself out there for everyone to see?
Yes, absolutely. Just kind of all of that. I feel like alopecia is such a roller coaster of a journey. I've had alopecia for 30 years, so I've went through the highs and lows of it. But I also think it's just so amazing for the alopecia community, or really anyone who has a visible difference. Because when I was a kid, I never saw anyone, on the internet who went viral for having alopecia. And I just know that would have made me just so happy and encouraged to see someone who looked like me. I just feel so fortunate that I just get to inspire and just give hope to other people.
And you're an ultra marathon runner. You've done this more times than I care to imagine. 52 times, is that right?
Yes, 52.
Mad.
Slightly insane, but
Yeah.
that's your bag. That's fine. But do you find that you get a lot of questions about your alopecia through your running, because from other runners who are with you or other spectators? Do you feel like you have a duty to kind of like raise awareness about your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know, having a bald head, I do get a lot of stares and like a lot of looks. And I think one that like drives me to work super hard and to be super positive, because I know people are always looking at me. And so, yeah, I do get approached a ton, asking me, why I don't have hair, if I'm going through treatment. And I just use it as an opportunity to educate on alopecia. There are definitely some times where I don't always want to talk about it. Like I want to just, run the race or just go to the grocery store without, having this reminder of just how different I look from people. But I also think education is so important as well. So it just kind of depends on like the approach of like the person and just kind of their attitude towards me. But yeah.
And I think, you're raising obviously so much awareness, as you say, and that's hugely important in terms of education, but also awareness in terms of donations as well. And I know that every time you run, certainly for the London Marathon, you were running for a cause. So tell us a little bit about it, about the cause, and about how they've reacted to you going viral.
Yes, I ran the London Marathon for Make-A-Wish UK. And I mean, I love kids. I think they are just so incredible and so inspiring. And just seeing like all of the stories, like the incredible work that Make-A-Wish does. And then you just see the kids like having their wishes. And so for me, it's like such an honor that I got to fundraise and be a part of that team, because I get to run marathons and do something I love. And I know like what a special gift that is. Like I pray about it and just give thanks every day that I get to do something I love. And they have been the most supportive and so exciting, and have just like loved on me and said like how proud they are. And it has been just incredible to just also like bring awareness to that incredible organization as well.
So what happens next then? Are you gonna sort of take off the running shoes for a bit, put your feet up, eat some popcorn, have some chocolate, anything like that?
So
take the year off, I would.
No, I am running a race called 6 Days in the Dome. That's my next race in June. So London, I wanted to run London well and just keep the training going, and mission accomplished. And so that's in about 7 weeks, and I'm super pumped about it.
What time did you do in London, by the way?
3:30.
Oh my goodness me.
Jeez.
That's quick.
So this 6 days in a dome, Lindsay, just explain, is that 6 days of running?
Yes. Yep. So you have 6 days. Obviously you'll have to eat and sleep, but you can break it up like however you want, but you get 6 days to run and do as much as you can. So I want to go for a whole ton of miles.
And I think you said that's in June, right?
Yep.
So you've got a month basically of hopefully a little bit of rest beforehand, presumably a little bit more training.
Yep.
And also there's time then for other people to donate to whatever cause you're running for then, whether it's Make-A-Wish or others. Tell us how people can kind of donate to causes that are important to you right now.